Hi, Steffi here from The Makers, and I'm going to show you how to make the tail for the Eagle Owl, which is the January 2024 Maker subscription box. Now I've already felted down a strand of this wool here, but I've only felted it sort of about almost halfway down. This is all unfelted and it will stay that way. Now you are going to use your top, your brown wool top here, and you're going to cut the end off, and then you're going to cut a little strand of the wispy wool. It will be quite fragile, but you're going to lay this onto your owl for the first stripe and then felt it down with your felting needle. Now this will be quite hard to felt down because these fibers are shortened and really quite hard to sort of get pushed through into the tail. So don't get disheartened, and don't worry if they want to come off. They can look quite wispy. They don't need to be exactly in one line, and they need to look a little bit like they're sort of broken up as well. This is just the impression of feathers that are feather tips that are going along, and if you have a multi-tool, feel free to use that. And then you're going to add, if you have any of these little offcuts left over, then use them or cut a few more. So you don't need to cut 3 thick stripes. Just start off with the first and then use little offcuts for the rest. Like I say, it is quite hard to get them felted down, so work with single needle and multi-tools if you've got them available. Otherwise, just use your single needle, you'll be fine. Just takes a little bit longer. And then the final one, and we're only colouring in what we can actually see on the owl once the tail is attached. A little bit more here. And then that will do. Now the tail end needs to be quite wispy still, but if you can either felt it in a little bit, or you can even cut the edge off. There are probably different things that I have said in the instructions, but you could cut it so it looks a little bit like feathers as well, if you want to, or you can fold the edge in and felt it down, making it neat that way. We don't want it to be completely straight because these are meant to be feathers, so you could cut into it. It's an extra little tip that is not mentioned in the instructions, but you could cut into it if you felted them down already. And then you need some of the white top, so also with a cut line. So cut it with scissors, put it underneath, and allow the edge to peep out from underneath it. Now you could double this up because sometimes it might not be quite thick enough, so you could double this up to have a nice strong feathery edge here, and then put the tail over the top and then felt it down on the top first just to secure it. Don't go too much from this direction because you're felting the top straight into your felting mat. Turn it round and then felt the wool down a little bit more. You can always neaten out the edge like I just did with the scissors, but this time with a white feathery edge. And remember, all of this will be attached to the bird, so you're not going to see it. Just get it felted on and felted down. And if you're only using a single needle, then just proceed with a single needle. If you have a brush mat and a blue tool, that works absolutely fine too. You can do this from both sides. You are pushing the white wool through the tail, but it's actually not too disastrous because it just adds a little bit more texture and whatnot into the tail. Remember, you can trim this still afterwards. Those feathers tend to be really quite straight at the bottom, and then you can add more of the white wool on each side of the tail as well. So you've got basically this part of the tail is framed, so you will have to cut these short as well, or straight. It's all about cutting them straight rather than short, and then felt this down onto the side of the owl, but you will also have to felt into the top itself. Oh, wrong tool, doesn't work with the earth friendly felting mat. Let's try it on this, so that the tail is framed with this white wool on both sides. So I'm just going to use another strand, cut it, put it on the other side here. Take your time doing this, don't rush it like I'm doing it. It's definitely worth taking your time, and of course felt from the other side as well, to make sure that the wool is actually felted down rather than staying just strands. That tail is quite broad as well, so it needed to be a little bit more narrow, but follow the measurements in your instructions. And then you're going to felt into the tail a line which defines a strand of the feathers. Now you can add little brown into it, like I've done here, or you can just use your felting needle and make the groove, which will also look like you've added darker wool into it. And you can fit 3 to 4 lines in there, and that's sort of like the single individual large feathers on the outside of the tail that you are showing here as a marking. But feel free to use brown to make it more distinct. And when the tail goes on, all you will see is this little bit here. So it tucks away underneath the wings. Now I'm not going to make a whole wing to show you, but what I will show you is when you attach the wing, I'm just going to detach it for a bit. The wing is a lot longer and wider than it needs to be, but when you're felting into the wing to attach it, you're actually going in at an angle so that you're almost tucking the edge of the wing under itself, and that creates quite a 3D shape. So you're obviously only doing this around the top part of the wing, because the bottom part needs to be loose, like you imagine the wing would be. So attach the wing around the owl so that the wing width will shrink from quite a bit, but you've got a nice shaped shoulder part here, which makes the wing look 3D rather than flattened onto the side of the owl. And that's really it. So hopefully it will give you a bit of a head start with the tail and with the wings if you got to that part yet. But if you're using this at any point in the future with another bird, you might find that useful, how you could make a tail and how the wings can be quite 3D-ish on the side of your bird. That's it. Hopefully you have fun with making these owls, and I look forward to seeing them all once they're done. See you soon. Thank you. Bye.